What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we're here for the Manchester City analysis with Hoffenheim away from home in Germany. A very entertaining game, and there's quite a bit to talk about, if I'm honest with this game. Just wanted to say before we crack on with this video, though, if you could help support my channel, make sure that you subscribe, put your push notifications on. That'd help me out a lot, and it'd help me grow. That'd mean a lot, so if you could do that for me, that'd be amazing if you wish. So, we're going to start off with this analysis. I'm going to start off with the team. I felt the team. I've wrote down a bit iffy. Now, you don't know what a bit iffy means. A bit iffy is a little bit hit and miss, in my opinion. Laporte playing at left back rather than at centre back. We're having Leroy Sané hog down the left wing, having to come back. And to be fair, he had a decent game, Leroy Sané, particularly even when tracking back. We had Zinchenko, who's had a couple of good games left on the bench. Phil Foden didn't even make the bench. Gundogan starting along with Fernandinho too. Along in the midfielder, David Silva, which we last saw in the Champions League against Lyon, was out-muscled. I had my concerns, let's put it that way. Anyway, the game kicked off 1 minute in. I'd love to say that, you know, we normally have that boring 15-20 minutes. Not the case in this game. First minute in, offside trap played by Man City. The defence just pushes out. They end up having 2 or 3 players. I think they're all sitting onside. The ball just gets played through. It was so simple from Hoffenheim. And Belfodil, I hope that's how you say his name, he was left one-on-one with Ederson. Tiny little finish, to be fair, 43 seconds in, and ended up putting Hoffenheim ahead. And yeah, that set the precedent for things. I think a lot of Man City fans were very unhappy with how things were going. I know a lot of people don't like the Champions League, and, you know, I can understand why. However, I always want Manchester City to do well no matter what competition we go in. Even if we end up finishing third and we're going to the Europa League, I'll still want Man City to do well in the Europa League, because after all, I want what's best for the team, and winning is always what's best for the side. I wanted that to happen in this game. Frustrating that after 43 seconds in, game plan was kind of undone. 7 minutes in though, we didn't have to linger too long, just 6 minutes. Sergio Aguero ended up making it 1-1, fantastic. A lot better this from Manchester City. Brilliant from David Silva, finds Leroy Sané, a very patient Leroy Sané, rather than taking it on for goal. Holds, passes it to Aguero, takes one touch, Aguero does, and puts it into the empty net. We can't ask for much more. Was Leroy Sané onside? Difficult one, a close call. Their one was definitely onside, with Man City benefit of the doubt. If we had VAR, we'd certainly get the definite answer. But for this, it wasn't. Decent pass for David Silva, and we end up making it 1-1, and we move on. Explosive first 15 minutes in the game. There was 2 teams, I wrote this down, that wanted to play football, attack, and score goals. They showed no fear, Hoffenheim, and I have every respect for that. And I really enjoyed them first 15 minutes. Absolutely fantastic. Breathless football from both sides. Opportunities galore at both sides. City did end up getting a grip of the game after around 15 minutes. And Man City ended up creating a fair amount of decent opportunities for City. Leroy Sané danced through the middle, somehow managed to come out with the ball at the end, find Aguero, who was onside, I will add, and ended up putting the ball just wide, which is a little bit of a disappointment from Sergio Aguero, because he's a very clinical striker. You'd expect him to put that in the back of the net. Raheem Sterling ended up missing a very good one-on-one chance, a decent save from their keeper, to be fair. Sterling went on his left foot, weaker foot, went to put it through his legs, did put it through his legs, managed to get the back of his heel through his legs to manage to put it past the post, so we ended up missing that opportunity also in the first half. And then Aguero had a brilliant effort, well saved from the goalkeeper, just before half-time. It was a long range, must have been about 30 yards out. Decent effort on target, but Hoffenheim more than a match in the first half for Manchester City, going toe-for-toe, making decent saves, defending well, causing problems, going forward on the counter-attack. I have every respect for that. I wrote down a bit of a dodgy start from Man City that first minute in, a little bit sloppy at by half-time. A very exciting game though, with City level. I'll take that. 45 minutes then to go and put it right. We looked good, particularly going forward on the counter-attack when Hoffenheim wanted to commit. They committed in numbers, which left gaps. That's why Man City were creating so many opportunities. That's why I said it was end-to-end. Laporte was lucky to get away with a back pass in the first half. He had one in the second half, but more so in the first half, as Ederson managed to managed to get away with it, managed to save the shot from the from their little mistake, and ended up launching his own counter-attack. Ederson nearly got an assist with the Aguero effort that just went over as well. A very good first half, in my opinion. Now, I love this. I made a little note at half-time about my opinion on the referee. One bit that really annoyed me about the referee was there was a throw-in to Man City. City took the throw-in quickly because there was a chance for them to get in and around. Absolutely nothing illegal about it. The decision's been given the throw-in. Man City's took the throw-in. It's not a stoppage in play taking a throw in, and the referee ended up pulling it back for no reason whatsoever. It weren't a foul throw. There weren't anything wrong with it. Referee just thought, oh, I'm not going to allow Man City the chance. Actually, he can pull it back and pass it round instead, which was extremely frustrating. So I made a little bit of a note about the referee. I didn't like that. Blown for every little decision for Hoffenheim. Things for Manchester City, giving more yellow cards for Man City. That pulling back of the throwing really annoyed me there, and it reminded me of a referee that just wanted all the headlines about him. I call it a me referee. But yeah, very disappointed from the referee here, because he's done a few Man City games where, off the top of my memory, I can't think of anything that was wrong with him. Then all of a sudden in this game he thought, oh, you know what, I'll go and cheese everyone off. It gets even worse for the referee. We'll get to that. Anyway, much slower second half, mainly because Hoffenheim weren't prepared to come as forward. They weren't going forward in as many numbers, so there weren't as many chances for Hoffenheim in the second half. And basically Hoffenheim were prepared to rough it with Manchester City, making more aggressive challenges, keeping things slow, time wasting, trying to frustrate Manchester City into a mistake. I will add, that's what they're doing it for. They're not doing it to park the bus because they're happy with the point. They will have been happy with the point, but they're looking to try and keep Manchester City out, hope that Man City overcommit, then hurt them going forward late on is probably what they were hoping for there. Didn't end up working that way, unfortunately. Gundogan picked up an injury in the second half, went off like a hamstring injury, so he might not be available for the Liverpool game, so we're more than likely going to see David Silva and Bernardo Silva in the midfield rather than Gundogan, which is disappointing because I don't think Gundogan, I know a lot of people don't like Gundogan, but I didn't think he played too bad a game. I've seen him have a good game when playing with Fernandinho. I've seen him have bad games for Man City too. I feel like, and please don't like hate me for saying this, but I felt like Fernandinho had a worse game than Gundogan in this game. Fernandinho, every time he's been put under pressure and pressed, he's cracked. I don't know whether that's legs catching up with him, whether it's due to sloppiness, whether it's due to confidence, I don't know. But every time Lyon and Hoffenheim, when they've pushed Fernandinho and pressed him, he's crumbled. So that's something to maybe work on in the coming days for Fernandinho going into that Liverpool game, because I can guarantee Liverpool will do the same. That's how they play. Anyway, Leroy Sané, big talking point. This ended up rounding the goalkeeper. It was a big mistake from Hoffenheim's one. I think it was a deflected effort from Aguero trying to go one way. Ended up setting up a one-on-one for Leroy Sané. Round the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper comes flying in. Reckless, I'll add as well. Catches Leroy Sané on the feet. He goes down. Referee doesn't give a penalty. The assistant on the side that had a good view just like the referee didn't give a penalty. Ended up no decision making. Now, I hate to throw it to you, but when something like that happens, it's either a penalty because he's been brought down, or it's simulation because he's dived. So it's either a yellow card for Sané, or it's a penalty, and you'd think a yellow card because he's going away from goal for the goalkeeper. No decision ended up getting made. Inept referee. Just awful. It was a nailed-on penalty. It was pretty obvious. Probably the most obvious you'll see all season. But we've not got VAR to put it right. And what do you expect from such a corrupt organisation? And I was getting very angry in my notes when I was writing these down during the game too. There's quite a few nasty words that I won't mention in the video. But yeah, I was getting very frustrated. All put right though, in my opinion, 87th minute in. Big mistake from Poch, the centre-back. Poch, that's a nice name, isn't it? Poch is his name. At centre-back, I thought Hoffenheim defensively, particularly at centre-back, looked very solid in the game. But anyway, ball comes in. I think it was from Bernardo Silva. It was from the left. He goes to chest the ball. He miscontrols it. David Silva just puts his foot in the way. Manages to control the ball. Takes it, well, near enough first time, and just whaps it right across the goalkeeper and into the net. And as quick as you like, from a simple situation being dealt with to 2 seconds later, the ball's in the back of the net. Very disappointed, I'm sure, for Hoffenheim. Oh, I just put phew. 2-1, there we go. A win for Manchester City, a much needed win on the road after losing at home against Lyon. We move on to Shakhtar Donetsk away in the Ukraine. There's less pressure on that game now, but if we can win that game, then we should be doing okay in the group then, because Lyon's got Hoffenheim. And this group, it's a weird one because in my opinion, Shakhtar, Man City, Lyon, Hoffenheim, particularly on their own patches, they're all capable of beating each other. So I'm anticipating the points tally to be lower, but teams to be more around each other in terms of points, if you get where I'm coming from. I'm expecting teams to be making 6 to 9 points, all of them. I'm expecting them all to get somewhere near that. So that means that if you can pick up a couple of away wins, then obviously you're on to a winner. We've already picked up one. If we can beat Shakhtar away, that'll send us on to 6 points after 3 games. And if we double that, 12 after 6 games, which is the rate that we'll be going at if we win our next game. And we've also got a couple of home games too. Then that should see us go through. I'm not sure if it'll see us finish first or not, but I feel more confident now we've picked up a win of finishing first than I did on the 86th minute yesterday. But there we go. A decent win for us. I'll take that every day of the week. I'll make some player performances in a moment. I'm just going to look at some stats for you. Now, City had nearly 80% possession for a large majority of the game. Went into the second half, and Hoffenheim, like I said, went more defensive. Ended up obviously keeping more of the ball because they had nearly 34% overall in the game. 60 had 66% possession, which is very good. In a Champions League, you're playing at such a high standard, it's very good. City ended up having 3 times as many shots as Hoffenheim. I don't feel like these stats are telling the whole story, particularly in the first half. It had been fantastic to have seen the stats in the first half, but 5 shots for Hoffenheim, 2 on target. City ended up having 15 shots, 6 on target, so we're going at the same rate as what they had. So just as clinical as Hoffenheim, we ended up making our chances count. They had 330 passes, pass completion rate of 77.3%. City 642 passes at 90% pass completion rate, which is decent. City ended up having more passes in the attacking third as well at nearly 80% pass completion rate. Not bad in my opinion. More key passes, 1 clear-cut chance for both sides. City ended up having more crosses, making more dribbles, more corners, more offsides, more recoveries, as you'd expect. And then they're going to dominate the defensive stats, making more interceptions, more tackles, more blocks, more clearances. Same amount of heady clearances. City ended up being better, more dominant, in the air when crosses are being put in. 62% of our aerial duels won compared with their 38%. So City, a lot more aggressive. That's one difference I've noticed from Pep in the first season that he was here, and now we're a lot more aggressive in the aerial duels, and we're a lot more aggressive when trying to win the second ball. And that's where we can launch counter-attacks, by the way. But yeah, pretty decent in my opinion. Now I'm going to look at some of the player performances. Like I said, Hoffenheim, every respect to them for going for it. Really enjoyed the game yesterday. I thought the centre-backs were very good for them. Defensively, they looked sound. Managed to crack them in the end. They looked a little bit tired in the last 10 minutes. Going forward, particularly in the first half, very good too. Great on the counter-attack. Typical German side. And we'll see you again when we play you at Eastlands. I think it's the last game. So we'll see Hoffenheim again. We'll see what the situation is with the group by then. But for City, Laporte didn't have his best game. I don't think Laporte should be playing left-back versus Liverpool. I think that the pace will end up hurting him. I'd either go with Mendy if he is fit. If he is fit, I'd certainly go with Benjamin Mendy and try and go 3 at the back. If not, possibly Zinchenko. It depends if Pep's got enough confidence in him. If not, you could go with a more solid option of Danilo. I know some people aren't a fan of Danilo there, but that's something for us to talk about in the preview, which will be up in a couple of days for that game. But we've got our answer that Laporte isn't the answer for the game against Liverpool. David Silva was excellent in this game. Some people were saying he was past it. People like jumping on David Silva's back, don't they, when he doesn't have a great game. But I thought he was great in this game. Great at pivoting. Passing might have been a little bit off from what we normally used to, but key passes, making things happen. Important in leading up to the goal for the Aguero goal, and very important in obviously scoring that winner. So he's my man of the match between him and Leroy Sané. Leroy Sané was here, there and everywhere, getting booed by everyone for the dive. He should have had a penalty. It was making things happen. He even tracked back. Ederson missed a header in the second half. They came forward. Who was there tracking back from that corner and right down in our penalty area? Leroy Sané to mop up and clear away the danger. Leroy Sané had a fantastic game. Very close between him and David Silva. Leave in the comments who you thought should have had man of the match. Aguero did well to get a goal, and also David Silva did very well to get himself a goal. We bring on Liverpool next. Made an added note, referee, terrible, just awful. Don't want to see him again at a Man City game. We've got another awful referee for the Liverpool game. There we go. So that's been the video. Hope you all enjoyed the analysis. We'll make presumptions that Laporte won't be playing at left back against Liverpool. I'll also presume that we're going to see more of David Silva and Sergio Aguero. I think he did 90 minutes for Man City, so that was nice to see. And also if we've got Mendy back, it'd be nice because I'm almost certain then we might go with 2 up top. That'll cause Liverpool a lot of problems. That'll be nice and attacking for Manchester City, so we'll end up with an entertaining game there. Aguero doing 90 minutes means that we may well see that one. Obviously, he's starting to return to full fitness. We've also got De Bruyne back in training. Don't expect to see him for that Liverpool game though. So there we go. That's been the video. Hope you all enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy the video, don't forget to slap a like on the video. Don't forget to subscribe, put your push notifications on. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to check out my social media, my Twitter and Instagram. Links are in the description below if you want to go and follow me on there. That'd be ace. Don't forget to check out my email, also in the description below, if you want to hit me up with any sponsorships or any business enquiries for any videos. feel free just to email me there. Also, don't forget to check out my second channel uploading today, Jason Sillow Travel Man, where I'll keep you up to date with all my vlogs and things that are happening when I'm away. You'll see that on my Instagram whenever I am away. And also I won't be uploading, so you'll know when I am away, and you'll know there'll be a video coming up on there, so you can go check me out, like and subscribe over there. That'd be fantastic if you wish. And also my partner channel will be left up at the end of the video, the link to that. Mixie do Mixology Drinks, which is my brother's channel, doing mixology drinks, like I said. I also feature in his videos sometimes. You go check them channels out. I'll leave the links to them at the end of this video if you want to go and like and subscribe over there. And I'll see you all again for the next video. Don't forget to share, help my channel grow, and I'll see you all again for the next Man City video tomorrow, which will be a nice transfer update. I've got a big exclusive actually for that one, so stay tuned for that. Plenty more football and City content to come. I'll see you all then. So it's been JSGC. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Peace. Ciao for now.